Hello, Cousin Johnny here. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Thank you, that garlic stuff. If you like garlic, you're going to love it. Put it on just about anything. That garlic stuff. Tuesday, Alvarado Farmers Market, or go to thatgarlicstuff.com. Thank you. Thank you, I Heart You Candles. Beautiful hand poured candles. These make special gifts. They're fantastic. Call Sherry at 574-9446 or go down and say hello right there on that walkway right in front of Fisherman's Wharf. Thank you, Sherry. I Heart You Candles. Thank you. Thank you, Max Fit Meals, 520 Fremont Street. Grab and go healthy meals. They're delish. On your way from home from work, go grab some, heat them up, and fantastic. Thank you, Suds Cyber Laundry, 709 Lighthouse, Pacific Grove. Great modern machines, big screen TV, coffee, and a great friendly staff. Thank you, Suds. Thank you, the Whiskey Club, 425 Alvarado Street. Over 600 whiskeys to choose from. Go on in, relax, enjoy a nice whiskey. They also have a bottle shop. It's great. Great place to relax and enjoy. Tell them Cousin sent you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, storyteller, author, and all-around good guy, Tony Albano. Tony has written 3 books, the latest being Cherish, about a New York teenager and a nun find love. Thank you, Tony. And if you want to order the book or find out more about Tony, go to Tony, Tony, Albano, Albano, storyteller.com. Check it out. Thank you. Thank you, sponsors, for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Hello, how's everybody doing out there? Cousin Johnny here, bringing you another show. Hope everybody's doing good. And I got a really great guest today, a personal friend of mine, and I've been trying to get her on for a while. I finally tracked her down. And before further ado, let me introduce the founder and creator of that fun group, Tribe in the Sky. Please welcome Jacqueline Kabat.
Hey,
Jacqueline, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Johnny?
Good. It looks like okay, we're good.
We're good.
So, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks.
And so how you been? Everything okay? Or
Yeah.
right, good. So Jacqueline, where are you from and how did you end up in Monterey?
Oh, well, I ended up in Monterey by accident. Apparently that happens to a lot of people. I originally I'm from North Carolina. I'm a Southern girl. At the University of Georgia, and then I lived in New York for about 17 years, and I was very involved in comedy and really all aspects of it. I started with comedy improv, sketch, stand up, and then I started teaching comedy improv. And because I'm mildly entrepreneurial, I started marketing this class to corporations. So I traveled the country and did team building workshops, and also the human potential world, like the Omega Institute in New York, the Deepak Chopra Center, and the Esalen Institute here in Big Sur.
Nice.
And ultimately, that's how I ended up out here. I was teaching at Esalen for several years. I would come from New York, and one year I met my friend Johnny Pierce, and we became friends. I was going to move to LA and get into comedy writing because that seems to be the natural segue after performing for the amount of time I had.
Yeah.
And one friend, Johnny, if I could, if he wanted a roommate for a month so I could decompress before I moved to LA. And long story short, I never left.
Wow. And how long has that been?
I just had my 10-year anniversary.
Wow. Now,
Some
when you
stuff
came over, did you realize anything about Monterey, Monterey Pop, the golf tournaments, the jazz festival? Did you know anything about it, or you just not really?
I knew, I would honestly very little about it. I knew that the pop festival in 67 was really the template for Woodstock in 69, and that there was a rich history here. And I just fell in love with the spirit, mood, and vibe. It just, it suited me. And things started to unfold relatively quickly. And honestly, I didn't come here and be like, I'm going to get involved in the music scene. It just happened very organically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we're glad that you're here because you really give back to the community and you get people together, and it's really great. So thank you for that. And you created this really great, fun, um, I wouldn't say club, but just a group of people called Tribe in the Sky. And just so some of the listeners out there that don't know about it, can you tell us about it and how it was created and
Yeah,
what?
it happened again very organically. I had a birthday 8 years ago, and I had lived here for a couple years. I met people in all types of all parts of the peninsula who do different things, and I had a birthday party on the roof of Hotel 1110 in Monterey. And it was on a Tuesday night. And it was such a nice mix of people. It's a real community night in Monterey. We're such a tourist town. So we had a great time, and we're like, let's do this every Tuesday. And it really, that's how it started off. And then some people started bringing their acoustic instruments up to the roof. And every week we jammed, and we were there for about 7 or 8 months. And we were sort of surprised we lasted at a hotel that long, but it was time to go, and we kept going. And then our next stop was the Monterey Tides Hotel, and we were jamming out there on the bay every Tuesday night. And it just kept going and going and going. And 8 years later, we've probably been at 7 or 8 different venues on Tuesday nights, and we're still going strong. And it's right now we're at the Bulldog in Monterey,
Nice
and
place. Yeah.
and the show's turned a bit more into a rock and roll show, which is great. One of the things that's really developed that I'm really most proud of is that we have this vehicle to shine light, especially on young talent. And there really are some incredible young ones around. And what's even, I think, sweeter about it, a lot of them were preteens that we were booking before COVID, 12, 13 years old, and now they're 18, 19.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And some of those people, Barbara Ann Wagner is definitely worth mentioning, and the band Rosewood, who I call all of them COVID success stories, because they were all in high school during COVID and they just stayed home and perfected their music. So it really worked for them.
Yeah. It worked for them. Yeah. That's great. You people have the opportunity to come out and play their instruments, and they don't play just to come out and just listen to some great music. Here in Monterey, I'm partial, but I'm partial to Monterey, but I feel like we have some of the best musicians, some of the best artists, some of the best chefs, some of the best food. I
Uh,
mean,
uh,
and you're showcasing it, and that's great.
well, it's interesting with Tribe in the Sky, and you're trying to define what we are, and it's a little challenging. But something happened in the last week that I thought, this is interesting. So I'm Robert Wagner, Barbara Ann's father, who was very part of our group, passed
Yes.
away, and we're going to be doing a benefit for him at the Fox Theater. And it's just sorry, I'm losing my train of thought right here.
Okay.
And what was interesting is Anthony Lane, who reached out to us to be part of this benefit at the Fox Theater, made the flyer, and it was featuring these bands. And one of them was Tribe in the Sky. I'm like, that's interesting. We're a band now. And I was watching them on stage the other night, this last Tuesday, and it was really incredible because there's so much iconic talent who come regularly, and they've really turned it more than a band, really an ensemble, uh,
Yeah.
multi-talented. Probably have four front people in there, and some of the notable ones: Brad Mallory, of course,
Yeah.
my
Great.
Dan Chopper is there regularly, Chris
Love.
Lopez, Steve Parmalee, Eduardo Rojas, Arno Featherstone comes a lot and plays. So apparently we're a band now. So I just laugh when I moved here 10 years ago. I wasn't like, I'm going to start a band.
Yeah. And
So
you've been playing yourself, right? You've been taking guitar lessons, you were saying?
I'm learning guitar. One of the things I'm really getting into is playing the djembe. That just feels right. And I got so into it that I recently started a woman's drum circle called
Oh,
Rhythm.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Nice.
Mhm.
And when do you get together for that?
Well, over the last few months, a group of us got together at a bonfire. You know, Yeti, Kevin Padilla, who does these
Yeah.
epic fires. And some of us got together and started off there. We have met at the Bulldog before the jam and have done some drumming. So it's starting to unfold.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's really
White,
good.
who Stefania White, incredible artist, mystic, has a beautiful home
Yeah.
here, and we're going to do something at her house in the spring.
Or in Palo, Colorado.
But yeah,
Yeah.
really, really
Yeah. It's
special.
beautiful. Magical place there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I notice when I come to the Tribe in the Sky, there's always, I recommend that anybody that, you know, plays an instrument or just loves music or just wants to be there. I mean, you welcome everybody in there. I mean, somebody could come in with a bassoon and they would be in the,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
because Brad sets it up with the lights, and it looks very sexy, and you can see it all from the window. So it's a walk by neighborhood. So people just pop in. A few months ago, some guy saw the lights, and he didn't even live here. He was driving home to San Jose, and he popped in. And he's like, "This is great. I have a trombone in the trunk."
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. And yeah, also comedians could come in or somebody reciting a poem or whatever it is. It's a community event. Yeah. Nice.
It's really developed into so much more than music. I've wanted to bring some comedy and also just the concept of storytelling into it. So in between the sets, there are times we throw up a comedian to do a short set or someone
Yeah.
who has a story. Uh, Jay Cohen is worth mentioning. He's really uh, a real driving force in getting the comedy scene moving here in Salinas. He's doing a great job.
He is. Yeah. Really is.
Really appreciate the work that he's doing. And Tuesday nights, as I mentioned earlier, in this town is such a community night. And what's so great about the talent that we get is a lot of them are in bands playing on the weekends, so everyone's spread out. So Tuesdays a night where they really can get together. And worth noting are the people that appreciate them on and off stage. It's just a real collective, non-judgmental, connect without judgment type of
Yeah.
community.
You can, you know, Barbara Ann Wagner, will play, or even Catherine Lavin has come in a couple times, and members of the Transducers, not the whole Transducers, but
Uh,
maybe one
yeah,
or two. Even Zoe Alexander's come in a few times. So I mean,
uh,
it's like an
well,
all-star cast.
it really is an all-star cast. And then even on top of that, you really have, because we have such a wide range of talent, ages, and skill set, you have people like Azai and Hal Cochran, who are
Yeah.
also
Yes.
regulars or sort of mentors to the younger ones. So it's a great place just to learn and perfect your craft.
And nice for the that remodeled Bulldog. They got beautiful spot. They got a nice menu. They've got TVs all over in case somebody wants to, maybe not on that night, but another night, come in and watch a game or something. So hats off to the Bulldog for
a lot of possibility there. And then on top of that, they have a great patio in the back, which we've
yeah,
used.
yeah.
Generally, people want to come in and listen to the music or go hang out on the back patio. I feel like the inside is sort of what when Brad and I were running the Urban Lounge, kind of has that vibe. And then the outside kind of has the old Bull and Bear vibe. If people just want to go out and it's a little quiet.
I like that outside. It's really great. Yeah, there's a lot of room and it's
Mm-hmm.
fun. Yeah.
It's an incredible site. And also with the Bulldog, Christine Kerr, who was the owner of it and passed away.
Yeah.
Really want to, honor that spot and honor her. And she was such a huge supporter of music. In fact, it was one of the first places I started booking people after I moved here. We called it Field Frequency Fridays, acoustic duos and trios. We booked people like Troy Ocean, Zach Freitas, Dan Frechette. And so I had quite a history at that place. And it was tough losing Christine. So we really
tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep her memory going. Also, you've done Beatle jams where everybody gets together and sings and plays and whatever Beatles classics. When's that? And can you tell us a little bit about that?
That even started before Tribe in the Sky, and really the way it began, I was living out in Aromas. Are you familiar with Cowboy Cisco Jim? He's a cowboy and a mystic.
Yeah.
And I was living out at his beautiful 3-acre ranch.
Perfect. Yeah.
Soon after I moved here, and I thought the place would be a great place for house concerts. So we did something about 10 years ago. It was a house concert actually with Sean Ryan and Dan Frechette and Dan and Laurel. And Dan had wanted to try this. He wanted to get a group of people together and just start jamming Beatles songs. And we did it on John Lennon's birthday, October 9th, 2015. And that was Beatles Jam #1. And we just kept it. And we just had Beatles Jam 34.
Wow, 34.
We've had them all over people's homes and all over the place in Santa Cruz and Monterey over the last 10 years. And it's been pretty consistent. And there's a loyal following. And truly, the reason why it flies is Dan Frechette. He's an incredible leader. He just that rare and precious gift.
Yeah.
And he truly guides us together into musical bliss. He just has that talent, and that's single-handedly why it flies.
I mean, what a fun event. I mean, there's guitars, there's drums, there's horns, there's people yelling, there's people singing. It's just a really fun community event. Everybody from all different parts of the Monterey Peninsula are there for the one thing of just having fun with other people. And
I think I feel really good about the Beatles jams just because it's really important right now, this community and this collective experience. And the Beatles are always going to be very important. And in fact, I feel like it's already portable because we've been doing it between Monterey, Santa Cruz for so long. But I feel like this is a show we can take on the road.
Would you say like every couple of months there's a Beatle jam? Or
yeah, approximately every couple of months.
Yeah, I mean those Beatles songs. I mean everybody knows them and everybody wants to sing along. And you're in the car and you're singing.
We have our Beatles chord book. We put the song list together before we meet, and we have all skill sets, but somehow it sounds amazing every time.
It really does. Yeah, you've posted some videos that are really great. I encourage, if you're a Beatles fan, come to the Beatles Jam, or if you want to just get together with other people in the community, I recommend that come to the Beatles Jam and have some fun and
There's
meet
Beatles Jam
family.
page on Facebook. It's called the Beatles Jam Group.
Oh, okay. Beatles Jam group on Facebook for
Yeah.
the information. Now, Jacqueline, you said that Tribe in the Sky's been around for 8 years. When is the date for the 8 year, and do you have anything special planned?
The 8-year anniversary is next month on February 21st. And truthfully, I'm not sure what we have planned yet, but it's always a good time. That's for sure. We will definitely be posting on it on the Tribe in the Sky page.
Yeah, we're really going to be looking forward to that, and you post on my page anytime and let people know what's going on. But I encourage anybody out there that is, if you're Tribe of the Sky people, how you guys doing? Good, great to have you on. And if you're not, please come and join this great fun group and just take your mind off everything for 3-4 hours and come on in.
It's
And
one the world's pretty nutty, and it's just nice to know at least once a week for a few hours be around, I think, pretty nice people and a lot of incredible talent. And I think music right now, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. And I feel like a lot of people get that on a deeper level since COVID, and just the power of human connection to
right,
stay sane. And Monterey has such a the rich history in the arts, and it just is a perfect place to create this great community. It's pretty small. That's why I do have this, the Tribe in the Sky ensemble's gotten so tight, and the Beatles Jam is so tight too. And there's a part of me that's like, you can come to Monterey, but maybe it's time to bring Monterey to you.
yeah, that's perfect. Yeah,
I'm actually going to, my mom lives in Charleston, South Carolina, and it's a great, thriving art scene. Lot, absolutely gorgeous. And just when I visit her, I'm going to check out some places. I can see Dan Frechette leading a Beatles jam late afternoon on the beach.
oh yeah, that'd be automatic. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Now, what is it? His wife on the violins, the
Oh,
back,
Lord,
great.
incredible. I mean,
Oh, man.
well, they both have their own thing going on. They're both iconic on their own, and then together they're really sublime. I've known them for a long time. Hard working.
Yeah. So, Jacqueline, just to refresh everybody's memory, it's Tribe in the Skies every Tuesday from what, 6 to 10 or what?
It's every Tuesday at the Bulldog from 6:30 to 10 o'clock. It's at 611 Lighthouse Avenue
Yeah,
in Monterey.
beautiful. So, all you listeners out there, like I was saying, come in and enjoy. Bring and if you don't play an instrument, don't. I mean, you're a music buff. Come in, relax, tap your feet, and
And
enjoy. And if you want to bring your instrument in, like I saying, anything that you enjoy playing, bring your tuba, bring your bassoon, bring your flute, whatever, and enjoy. So, Jacqueline, I really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything you would like to say before we sign off here?
I want to recognize you and what you do, and you interviewing really interesting people on the peninsula who I feel are worthy to be heard. You
Yeah,
do a great job with that. Casey Lynch does great interviews. Kevin
yeah,
Armstead,
we're,
and
we great group, great group.
you
Uh,
guys.
we just
Yeah.
like to bring we got great. Like I said, in my opinion, we got some of the best chefs, some of the best musicians, we got a lot of the best of everything, and why not showcase it to people that don't know? Let's showcase these beautiful people like you.
Oh, thank you.
So
Uh,
anyway, so
I
thank you.
being in Monterey, right now we're at the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Okay, Jacqueline, so I'm going to let you go, and we'll see you down at Tribe in the Sky, and have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Jacqueline and Cousin Johnny out.
Bye.